St. John Chrysostom, the golden-mouthed preacher of truth. This reflection is prepared by Father Aube Francis, pastor at St. Jude Church, Grand Rapids, Michigan, USA. St. John Chrysostom, bishop and doctor of the Church, life and early years. St. John Chrysostom was born around the year 347 AD in Antioch, Syria, modern-day Antakya, Turkey. He was raised in a Christian family. His father, a high-ranking military officer, died shortly after John's birth, leaving him to be raised by his devout mother, Anthusa. From her, John received a strong foundation of faith and piety. Gifted with a brilliant mind, he studied under the famous pagan rhetorician Libanius, mastering philosophy, rhetoric, and classical literature. Called to priesthood, though initially drawn to a career in law and public life, John felt a deep call to dedicate himself to God. For a time, he lived as a hermit, practicing strict asceticism until his health was affected. Returning to Antioch, he was ordained a deacon in 381 and a priest in 386. His eloquence in preaching quickly drew great crowds, earning him the title Chrysostom, meaning golden-mouthed. His sermons combined scripture, moral teaching, and practical application, stirring both the faithful and the lukewarm to conversion. Bishop and accomplishments. In 398 AD, John was appointed Archbishop of Constantinople, the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire. From this position, he became one of the most influential voices in the Church. His accomplishments include fearless preaching. John denounced moral corruption, extravagance, and injustice. Speaking boldly even against the imperial court care for the poor, he sold much of the Church's wealth to feed the hungry and establish hospitals and charitable institutions. Reform of the clergy. He demanded high standards of holiness from priests and bishops, calling them to simplicity and integrity. Doctor of the Church. His homilies and writings, especially on the Gospels of Matthew and John and on St. Paul's letters, remain treasures of theological wisdom and biblical interpretation. Defender of the liturgy. The divine liturgy attributed to him, still used today in the Eastern Catholic and Orthodox churches, reflects his profound spirituality. However, his fearless preaching and reform efforts made him enemies, particularly among the wealthy elite and even Empress Eudoxia. Twice he was exiled, enduring great suffering until his death in 407 AD in Comana, Pontus. His final words were, "Glory be to God for all things." Canonization and patronage. St. John Chrysostom's sanctity and